I don't know about you guys, but hasn't it been a bit quiet over the last few days? No news to really talk about. News, as they call it. No news to talk about. And I thought Raw will come, and we'll have some stuff to talk about. And how can you have a 3-hour show when with not much going on? I mean, yeah, you've got King of the Ring, you've got Drew stuff, you've got the Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Bronson Reed stuff going on. You've got Uncle Howdy, but not much of note happens. Not much of note. So all we're going to really talk about today is the King of the Ring matches that happened. Not talking about Queen of the Ring. We don't care about that over here. You want to talk about Queen of the Ring, go somewhere else. But we're talking about the King of the Ring, and we're going to be talking about Jey Uso and Uncle Howdy. And we're going to get into that. But first, Gunther defeats Kofi Kingston, as expected. Why would we think otherwise? Kofi Kingston shouldn't even be in this fucking tournament. The New Day shouldn't be a fucking thing anymore. We don't want the New Day. Big E ain't coming back, right? Let's get that into our minds now. Big E is not coming back. He is retired. It's not confirmed, not official, but he's been gone for 2 years, a little over 2 years now. He's now doing commentary and he's doing the kickoff shows. And that sort of confirms that Big E ain't coming back, right? Disband the New Day, have them break up, do whatever, but please get rid of the New Day. But Gunther beats Kofi Kingston, and then we get to Jey Uso versus Ilya Dragunov, and everyone's outraged about this decision. And I don't know why, because at the end of the day, you should have expected Jey Uso to go over in this match. I mean, why wouldn't he? He's main event Jey Uso. He's the bigger name. He's the bigger star. Dragunov may be the better wrestler, but Jey Uso is the bigger name. You want to build up Ilya Dragunov before you give him a match against Gunther. Okay, now I never watched Walter versus Dragunov in NXT UK, but I have seen some clips, and I do look forward to seeing it for the first time on a pay-per-view instead of a Raw, right? When Dragunov is built up a bit more and gets some credibility, then you put him up against Gunther in a match that means something a little bit more than King of the Ring, which, to be honest, really doesn't mean much right now. I don't know if it's just me, but the King of the Ring doesn't feel important. It doesn't feel important now. I'm not from the days of Stone Cold winning it. I wasn't even born then. But King of the Ring used to be important. It doesn't feel like that right now. Even with Triple H doing it, it just doesn't feel as important as it should be. I mean, what's the end game? Does the winner get a championship match at SummerSlam? Or do they just walk around with a crown and a stupid fucking accent? Which one? Because I don't want to see Gunther, who's going to win this, walking around with a crown, going, oh, yes, oh, good, oh, good show, chaps. You know what I mean? We don't want that shit, right? Xavier Woods did it last, and it just doesn't work. It works for Booker T. Booker T did it very well with King Booker. Everyone else, no, don't do that shit. But everyone's pissed off because Dragunov beat Jey Uso. And, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. If Jey Uso beats Gunther, that's when we're not fine. Jey Uso should not be beating Gunther. I believe that Jey Uso will lose next week. And it'll be Drew that costs him the match, because a babyface can't really lose clean, especially one like Jey Uso. Drew will cost Jey the match, and Gunther will go on to face whoever wins from SmackDown, which I think it's going to be Randy Orton. Gunther versus Randy Orton, King of the Ring finals. That's going to be good. That's going to be some good shit. But, speaking of Jey Uso, I think it was Wrestling World CC, the account on X, that posted, "Are you a fan of the Fireflies in Jey Uso's entrance?" And Jey Uso quoted it and said that the Fireflies are his now, hashtag Yeeter of Worlds. And then, after all, Jey Uso does a clip, WWE.com exclusive, which is not exclusive to WWE.com, it's exclusive to YouTube and everywhere else as well. But it was Jey basically thanking the fans and saying that he loves Bray Wyatt and he loves seeing the Fireflies in his entrance and so on and so on. Are we building to Uncle Howdy potentially targeting Jey Uso? Because originally I thought that was going to be on SmackDown, right? I think it was on Saturday when I said it, that they're going to be on SmackDown. I think they're going to be on SmackDown. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to go after Jey Uso. Because there's a lot of things going, as I've just said, with Jey and the mentions of Bray. But is the Wyatt 6, 5, 4, 3, however many there are, going to go after Jey Uso? And I'm not a fan of this idea. I don't think it would work out very well. But it is something to think about. And if that's the case, if they're going to go after Jey Uso, and we're pretty sure that they're debuting at King of the Ring, is Jey Uso going to beat Gunther next week on Raw? God, I hope not. I hope not. Jey Uso needs to work on his moveset, man. He needs to work on his moveset. He needs to tighten things up a bit. He needs to work on his style a bit more, because Jey Uso, big personality, over as fuck, not that great in the ring. And it's the same with Jimmy. You know what I mean? I'm not hating. I love Jey Uso. But ain't working out for a singles run if he's just going to keep doing what he's doing with the super kicks and, as Jim Cornette calls it, the hot dogging and all that shit, man. Jey needs to work on his moveset, learn a couple of new holds, and basically what Jey needs to do is what Braun Strowman did in 2016, right? Remember when we all thought Braun Strowman couldn't wrestle? We saw Braun Strowman in the Wyatt family, and he could, and we thought, oh my god, this is just another big man that Vince likes. He can't wrestle. Braun Strowman shut us all up and showed us not only he can wrestle, but he can move like a cruiserweight. That's what Jey Uso needs to do. Jey Uso needs to take people like me and shut me up and prove me wrong. That's what I want Jey Uso to do. But only time will tell. Maybe he's too stubborn to do that. But as for the Uncle Howdy stuff, I really hope that they don't go after Jey. I don't see it working out very well. I don't see it. I just don't see it working out very well. Well, let me know what you guys think, because this is a slow fucking few days, man. Slow few days, not much news to talk about. Not much happened on Raw of note. And I've got a video planned tomorrow for a in-depth analysis on what could make fans tune into AEW again. I'm not going to give you the answer here, but we will see what happens with Jey Uso, with Uncle Howdy, and King of the Ring, because the King of the Ring finals, I want that to be Gunther versus Randy Orton, and I want the winner to actually win something. Maybe a championship match at SummerSlam. That might be good. Let me know what you guys think. I don't want to see a fucking crown. Or they can keep the crown. I don't want to see a fucking accent. I don't want to see a gimmick. I want to see the winner winning something. You know what I mean? Good. Like, subscribe, follow me on X at DCrossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.